Hello and welcome to our coffee chat. We hope you have a lovely cup of coffee with you. This is the Change Maker Group and we're doing a series of Reset for Change. The very first one is Reset for Resilience, because so many of you have told us that you really are suffering. This pandemic is going on and the repercussions just keep continuing. With me today, I have Jill Whittington and also Nikki Carew. And we are going to be just chatting about some very, very practical ways that you can actually reset, just like nature's doing, and come out blooming. So we're going to be sharing some slides with you. And on the first one, you'll see another guest that we have here, which is a little chap called Chi. And I've just gone too far forward. There he is. Jill, would you like to tell us what's happening in Chi's world at the moment?
Well, thank you, Vanda, and hello, everybody. Well, as you can see from this slide, and as you probably already know, we wear many hats all of the time, but at the end of it, we are just one individual, one person. So in the workplace, we've got many bosses, we've got many roles, we have many decisions to make. Out of work, where mother, father, brother, sister, parent, child, carer, friend, you name it. We probably haven't even got enough hats on there to cover all the roles that we play. And so often, and I've certainly experienced this over the years, we get pulled in different directions, and decision making can become quite difficult and challenging. And one of the things that certainly we believe grounds you in terms of that is knowing your purpose, which we will come on and talk about in a little bit more. Because for me, family was always the most important thing. So if ever there were conflicts at work in terms of having to stay later or do more or whatever that was, the decision for me was always easy. And then it's a question of finding ways around having that conversation to say no, but in a very constructive way. And I know, as Vanda said, that we're hearing from people all the time, and even more so when you're wearing a different hat, working from home, working from the office. Things aren't quite turning out the way we thought they would, and our hats were getting pulled and pulled more and more in different directions. So Vanda, I don't know if you've got any other insights on this from people you're talking to.
It's the many bosses syndrome, isn't it? And it's so difficult when one boss doesn't know what the other boss, whether it's a home boss or a different boss, a family boss or a work boss, is asking you to do things. And it does make it very difficult. And what I've really discovered is that quite frequently I can say, particularly getting back to your point about purpose, oh, if that's not high for me, if I say, is it possible that I could delay a day doing this? Do you need this right away? 9 times out of 10, to my amazement, people say, oh, sure, doesn't matter.
I know.
I would have burst myself in pieces to try to do it, and it wasn't necessary, which leads us very nicely onto the next one. And I'm sure both of you have seen this as well, or maybe even experienced, I know I have, when the negative tends to creep up slowly, 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 and we adjust and we adjust and we grit our teeth. Here we are gritting our teeth again, and we try and we manage and we take a breath and we think, I'm strong, I can keep going. And if it comes finally that you quit the job, you change something in your life, and you're out and on the other side, you go, oh my goodness, why didn't I do that ages and ages and ages ago? So the point here is for us to increase our awareness of where are we? If you think of it like a line, with over here being absolutely terribly awful and over here being absolutely terribly wonderful, and just make a little point. If you're over halfway towards here, you need to be thinking about increasing your awareness of beginning to do some changes sooner before you're ground down. Any additional comments on that one?
No, for me, Vanda, it's knowing where it is, and I think we're going to offer some share some ideas about how you can judge where you are in that line, because sometimes it's really hard to know how deep you've got yourself into a place of lacking in resilience.
Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes, certainly from my experience and people I know, sometimes you know it, there's a little nag there, but you can't quite put your finger on it, or you're not ready to recognize it, because that almost gets into the too difficult part, because you have to do something about it. It's that little nag, isn't it? That's that, and that's part of our chi, our mind hanging, saying, hang on there, you know, there's something you need to do a bit differently here. And it's listening and tuning into that is so vital.
And that leads us so nicely into the next thing. This is based on a program we offer called Mind Chi. And actually both Jill and Nikki are Mind Chi mentors trained in this. And one of the really powerful things we offer in this 8-step program is to check and choose your beat. And as both Nikki and Jill were saying, you need to be able to have a way of getting that awareness and bringing it up. So you go, oh my gosh, I really do need to do something about this. And so we have this very quick little thing where you check your beat and see whether your beat is what it wants. And it literally is touch your first finger. It's an acronym. B stands for body, E for emotions, A for actions, and T for thoughts. And you literally go body scan, what's happening, emotions, where am I, what emotions am I experiencing, how am I acting, and what thoughts, are they helping me or not helping me? What do you two ladies think?
I know, Nikki, that you have a certain thing that you always hone in on when you're doing this.
Oh, well, I do, and they're so linked. So for me, they're very linked, so that one leads to the other, which affects the other. But I know if I start with the body, I go, do you know, my jaw is absolutely stuck, and I suddenly go, and just by dropping the jaw, just letting it drop down, I just suddenly it changes everything. So I'm sure each of us have got our own different ones, and that just happens to be mine. But by doing that, I suddenly realize where I am in terms of the beat process and my resilience.
Yeah, for me, the tension comes in the face or my neck. I suddenly think, oh, my neck and shoulders feel tense and stiff, and it's kind of I'll do a quick breath and just let them drop. But I kind of liken beat to the dashboard on the car. We do it automatically when we're driving. We look at the oil, the water. I mean, it's all super whizzy technology now, but it's just, you know, we do it automatically with all of our mechanical appliances, but we don't intrinsically do it for ourselves. So it's just such a brilliant tool to have there available. I've found it brilliant if you're just going into a meeting, or doing a presentation, which is one of the classic, you know, the main classic one where we can get tense. It's just a quick scan. And then the magic is, using our brain, we can change how we are, change those pesky thoughts that Chi's trying to tell us we need to do. So it's a really simple, practical, and highly effective thing to do.
So check your beat and check it as regularly as you need to. I was thirsty when I was quickly doing it as you were talking about it. So I got my cup of coffee to have, and then I changed the slides as well. So we're back where we should be now. So this leads us to the action that comes after the beat.
Yeah, we have will I or won't I. I think there's a quote we probably all know: if you do or if you don't, you will succeed. And our mind, our chi, it can be our demon, as we see there, and keep nagging and knocking us away, sabotaging our best efforts. Or it can be our best friend, our mentor, advisor, guide, there all the time. And I mean, I now obviously have latched on to Chi, and I almost see him sitting here and feel him, you know, tapping me on the shoulder, saying, that's not going to help you. You need to do something a bit different. But the power of our brain is so amazing that it will create those new habits. It will help you create those new neural pathways. It's all scientifically proven. So this isn't rocket science. And the beauty of what we're talking about is it's so simple, doable, practical, day in, day out. You don't have to go and spend a week in with a hot towel on your head, contemplating it. It's now in the moment.
Oh, Jill, brilliant. Thank you. I love the picture. So we really hope that we've shared some very practical things with you that just really will give you something you can do to help you to reset for your resilience. That's what all of us want. We do have an awful lot more. We mentioned Mind Chi. We would love you to come. If you're interested, we would love to share that with you. You can contact us easily, Jill at thechangemakergroup.com, or Vanda at the Changemaker Group, or Nikki at the Changemaker Group. It's very nice and easy. So we really hope this has been useful for you. I'll say my goodbye and pass over to the ladies to say their goodbyes too.
Goodbye. Have a good resilient weekend.
Goodbye from me as well. And yes, hopefully this has awoken a little inkling in you to maybe think about your reset over the weekend.